Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello, Steph. How are you?
I'm fabulous. How are you?
I am really, really good. Sorry, I've got the giggles all of a sudden. I'm
Uh-oh.
excited to have you here. Thanks for accepting my invitation. It's wonderful to have you here.
Of course. I love it. Love
This
it.
is your second time on my channel.
It is. It is. And
Um,
you're going to come on my channel next weekend.
yes, I'll be on Get Spooky Society next weekend. Absolutely looking forward to that. And so let's see who we've got here. I'll take my glasses off to read this. We've got quite a few people actually, and I hope I get everyone. Three Souls Paranormal, hello, welcome, and thank you for coming in. And we've got the chairman, hello, how are you? Welcome. And we've got all that fluff and stuff is from sunny Queensland, practically a next door neighbour.
Love
About
it.
3 hours drive away. We have I Am Bessie J Gathers is in Florida, which is fantastic. Welcome, Betty. Mark M&A Mystery Tours, that's our partners in crime. Same again, Sandra Pink. It's always a pleasure to see the lovely Sandra Pink here. Dee's here. Nice to see you as well, Dee. Always there. Nicole. Hello, Nicole. All the way over from France. Yay. Three Souls, D. I'm going through the chat here. Cool Gamer, hello. First time I've seen your name in a stream, so welcome and thank you for joining us. It's lovely to have you here, and I hope I haven't missed anyone. I think it looks like that's about all. Okay, so we've got some new faces and some familiar faces. I was going to say old faces, but I won't.
Yeah, let's not do that. I'm having a cocktail because it's is it Friday night? What night is it? Friday night?
Friday. Thank you, Eerie Frog. Nice to see you here. Welcome.
Absolutely.
Yes. So, your Friday night, having a cocktail sounds wonderful. It's Saturday morning. I wish I was having a cocktail with you, but unfortunately, I haven't even had breakfast yet. So it might be might make me a bit worse for wear. So, we've got, as I said, we've got some new faces. So, just tell us a bit about yourself, Stephanie.
So I am Stephanie with Get Spooky Society, and we have been doing YouTube for about a little over 2 years now, so investigating as well. I was born on Halloween, so I've always had a thing for, the spooky stuff and the moon, etc. So I am an empath, and actually I'm finding out that I might be a medium and just didn't know it. So I'm able to channel now, which is pretty exciting.
Wow.
Yeah. I actually, lately in my investigations, I go into a trance when I'm talking to the spirits, and I can't even tell you what really happened until I watch the footage back.
Wow. That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so I also teach a class called Optimize Your Energy with the Moon and the Stars, and it's an online class that Kitty Foss and I teach about how to use your energy that you came into this world with based on your birth chart, and then the energy for the collective, and how to maximize that energy to manifest your dreams. So
yeah. Oh, sounds amazing. I really need to join that class one day. Is that open to everyone around the world, or just
it is? Yep,
it is.
Yeah. We actually do what we do as a general session, and then we do 2 breakout sessions that we try to make so anybody can join. So right now we have people in Canada, and then people all the way from Alaska to the East Coast in the US that are taking it.
Fantastic. And if there's any links to that courses or the website that you've got, we'll see if we can drop them in at some point today.
Okay, cool.
That would be awesome if I can. I can't seem to do more than one thing at once.
I totally get it.
Things at once, yeah. But yeah, so there's one thing that, because I'm a big fan of yours, as you know.
Thank you.
Scratch, welcome. Thank you for joining us. And one of the problems I have is that I definitely Get Spooky Society is one of the few channels that I have to sit and watch without distraction. And if I'm not completely in that zone, I don't watch it. So it takes me a while to catch up on some of Stephanie's videos. But they are absolutely amazing. You are the only person that I know that consistently and has conversations with spirits with all your devices going off as well in unison, not only with each other but with the questions. Like the videos, can be half an hour, but it feels like you're only watching 5 minutes because there's so much interaction. And I reckon half the paranormal world are jealous of that because all I get is nonsensical freaking garbage. What's the secret? Is there a secret? Is that because you are an empath or a medium?
I do think that
yeah,
I do think that has a lot to do with it, because remember when you had how do you say it? Moira? Yeah, when you had her, and who was the other one that you had with you? And Pocket Watch. It seemed like the activity really amped up when you had them investigating with you. So so I really do feel like it has a lot to do with the fact that spirits can sense that you are in tuned with them. So they tend, I think, to talk to us a lot more. But I also truly believe we all have that ability. It's just a matter of freaking out. It's a matter of figuring out how to, learn the ability. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Is it a gift, or is it something you can learn, or a bit of both?
I think it's a bit of both. I feel like that we all have somewhat of the gift, but it's a matter of if you actually learn how to use it or not. So I knew I had somewhat of a gift, but like I said, I knew I was an empath. I just didn't know I could be a medium. And so I never felt like I could just totally channel without using cards or something. And now I'm able to actually channel without any help. So this video I was just working on that'll be out in a couple weeks, you can see me when I'm holding the dowsing rods. You can kind of see me look up as if I'm thinking, and it's because I'm getting the message of the next question to ask.
Yeah. Wow. That's really, really intriguing. I wish I knew more about it so I can ask some more in-depth questions, but my knowledge is...
You know what I did is I took some online free classes actually, that some meditations and some different guided things that kind of helped me learn how to connect, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. It certainly does. Hello, Jaden. Nice. Thank you for joining us. Nice to see you here. That's fantastic. I think one of my favorite all-time videos, and I can actually get your thing on screen if I wanted to, but one of your favorite videos was the video where Dale, the camera lens came out of Dale's pocket. You know what that's called? Because I'd love to show it, because the two comments that came after that were hilarious.
I think it's Poltergeist at the Cedar Tavern or something like that.
Yeah,
I think is what it was. That was by far the craziest freaking investigation we've ever had. I mean, the smoke detector was going off, for God's sake. It's never been out of the package and it's going off. Everything was going off in that entire tiny little kitchen. We're all in this tiny kitchen.
Absolutely. And when I think it was after the camera lens came out of Dale's pocket and flew across the room. Did it fly across the room? Yeah, flew across the room.
Yeah. And Ashley had the IR camera, and she immediately went down on the floor. She's like, "What was that?" And Jill's like, I didn't touch it.
And afterwards, somebody said, "We need to get the hell out of here."
That was
and
Dale.
Somebody said, "No, we need to get the bloody REM pod out." or something like that.
Yeah, Dale wanted to leave. He was freaking out that's the only time I've ever seen. Usually it's Ashley that's screaming and running. And it was Dale this time. Ashley's like, no, we need the SLS camera. Yeah.
That's
funny.
the one. That's it. The SLS camera.
That is actually an Airbnb now. It costs only $70 to stay there for a night. And stuff happens. And apparently it is possibly, we know that Randall is there and Jill was his girlfriend. So it's Randall and Jill. And apparently Jill messes with the men that stay there, from what we understand.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah. So if you're a male and you want to come and investigate a place where a female spirit's going to mess with you, come on over.
I think Werner would enjoy that. I think I'm going to have to stay the night.
Yep.
Werner would be in that. I wonder if he's here. No, he's probably working. Sometimes if he's not busy, he'll pop in on the chat.
Yeah.
To say g'day. Yeah, wow, that's fantastic. So yeah, go check out Stephanie's or Get Spooky Society's website. The link drops every 5 minutes or thereabouts. Let's Forget Me Not. Why the hell's that up there? Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure Get Spooky. And I've got more. Why? And I've got Moira. What the hell's going on? I disabled all these. I'm so sorry, people. You're getting the wrong links.
It's Mercury retrograde.
Must be. Anyway, never mind. I'll see if I can try and fix it out. Now, most of you will probably recognize these cards.
Mm-hmm.
If you have ever been to a T.O.T. tarot reading with Moira, I get a card from the deck after Moira's done her reading, and I read your oracle cards. Now, these are Stephanie's cards. She created them and wrote them out all by herself because you're a photographer as well.
Mm-hmm.
And these are yours. And do you still have these in production, or are you working on a...
I'm working on a new set, a new deck, and I'm going to Montana in a couple weeks. And I was told by Spirit to wait until I get my Montana pictures before I do my next deck. So what I'm going to try to do is I only bought 50 decks of those, and I'm going to try when I print the other ones to see if I can get a few more of the first set as well.
Wow, fantastic. That's awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to that, and I'm going to buy myself a deck of those as well, I think. And Moira, I gave Moira a set of these decks as well as a thank you gift for all the work that she does.
Mm-hmm.
So what else is new? What's coming up on your agenda for the next few months or however long?
Well, I'm trying to think. We just dropped the first, so we drop a video every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we just dropped the first one of All for Kids, which was a house built in one of the buildings is a house built in the 1800s. And that was when we were talking, they see this little girl apparition in the front room all the time. And her name's Julia, we found out. Archangel Gabriel is with her all the time, and she didn't die as a little girl. She only appears as a little girl because it's a preschool and a daycare. So she appears as a little girl as not to scare the little kids. But this coming Sunday is the basement, and the basement was just... it's tiny, and we all felt like there was 1,000 spirits in there with us. It was the REM pod, the cat ball, the flashlights. Something was touching Ashley. I think there was a dog biting the REM pod. So, and then so that's this one. And then we just did another building of theirs and spoke to a little boy, Aaron, who was the sole survivor at the age of 3. A gunman shot and killed his mom, dad, and his sister. And then Catherine, who still is there, she also used to hang out there. They took down the building that had been there and built a new building. So we also just did a cemetery in Connorsville, Indiana, where a dad, Horace, was building a dollhouse for his daughter for Christmas, and she passed away before Christmas, and she was only 5. And so her dollhouse, she died in 1899. That dollhouse has been sitting on her grave since 1899. The town keeps it up. So so it was pretty funny because I was made fun of a lot by the spirits that night, which never has happened. I was called confused, boring, and crazy.
Really? Oh, how rude.
I know. I was like, Fritz, who called me crazy, he's a drunk. I was like, have another drink, Fritz.
Absolutely. Yes. Oh, that's hilarious. That's something to look forward to. And just recently you communicated with the cats.
Yeah. So we did. We communicated with a feral cat. And Ashley, it was funny because Ashley went to the dark side. She was like, it's not human. It's not human. She's freaking out. She's freaking the owner out. His wife's never going to come in the building again. And then all of a sudden it came to me, I'm the animal communicator. And I was like, you were a cat, weren't you? And it was. So then this last time at this last place, I believe there was a dog there and it was biting the antenna of the REM pod because it wouldn't stop. Like the REM pod just kept going off, and the obelisk said dog twice. So I think it was a dog biting the antenna.
Oh no.
And in fact, the REM pod broke, so Dale had to fix it. So I think the dog broke the REM pod.
Oh, don't you hate it when ghost dogs break things?
I know.
We've got a few more people in the chat. We've got Mrs. VCRC09, absolutely amazing channel. Go check her out as well. We've got the Cornish Conjuring. Nice to have you here. Thank you for popping in. We've got Yankee Kyle. Hello. And who else? Our Paranormal World is here too to say hello. And the Bud Files. Oh, quite a few people.
Did you see Derek? Did you say Derek from Para-Urban Ontario and History?
Yes, Para-Urban Ontario and History with Derek. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Nice to have you here. It's lovely new faces to see. That's fantastic.
Yep. So you've been having some very creative and ramped up investigations as well.
Yeah, we have, and it's been since Moira and Pocket Watch has joined my team. You've seen the Colag Hotel investigation that went off its tits.
Yeah,
that place, and I tried to get a panel happening afterwards because as I was listening and editing, I had so many EVPs. I didn't actually believe they were EVPs. I'm like, I must be breathing or somebody must be whispering into the mic because it hasn't happened before. And I wanted to believe it, yet I couldn't believe it because and I thought, well, if people are seeing so many EVPs and they've never seen it before, they're not going to believe me.
Well, and I thought what was hilarious, poor Werner, he was what was he, attacked or possessed or attached? And you were like, I don't have time for this right now. Like, it was hilarious. Poor guy, he's like stumbling around, and you were like,
I don't care. You'll be right.
I was cracking. Isn't that what you said? I was cracking up. All this crap is the REM pod would not stop. Wasn't that the one where the REM pod was just kept going?
Yeah, that just went on and on and on and wouldn't shut up. It was driving me.
You were just like, he'll be fine.
He'll be fine. Yes. I thought it was just being over melodramatic. You know how it is.
Yeah.
That's on face, you'll be right.
I was cracking up. I was like, poor guy.
I know. Oh, dearie me.
I really feel like it definitely helps to have those that know how to use their abilities with you.
Absolutely, yes.
And it just definitely allows the spirits to be able to communicate. Because I'll tell you, when I'm using, when I'm not getting, which is very seldom, but when I'm not getting a flashlight or a cat ball or something to go off, then I go to the pendulum or the dowsing rods, because I'm not moving them, but my energy is moving those devices. So if I feel like I'm not getting the flashlight or a cat ball, then I will go to something that they, like the dowsing rods or the pendulum, that my energy is attached to it. So it's actually helping.
Yeah.
I had an epiphany last, not this Halloween, but the Halloween before, that people say, well, you're moving the pendulum or the dowsing rods. My energy is, and I know intuitively what the answer is. So yes, but you can see my hands are not moving, and I will double dog dare, triple dog dare anybody to get the pendulum to do what I get it to do. I'm just going to say, you cannot make it go in a circle, go straight line, go in this. You can't do it if you try.
Absolutely. And you'd really have to move your hands more than minute.
You'd have to be able to really see somebody moving their hand to be doing that.
For that to happen, yes. Well, because I was a little bit, I opened my mind to the dowsing rods quite some time ago, and I bought a set, and I well, how the hell do these work? How do you know if you're not subconsciously just tilting your hand or letting go? But then once they started working for me, you can actually feel pressure.
You can.
You can feel the pressure of as though somebody was there touching them and moving them.
You can definitely tell, and I say that you can definitely tell when a spirit takes over the rods or the pendulum. You can really feel it.
Yes. And we were at a house with Pocket Watch. Moira wasn't there, but Pocket Watch was. And for some reason, I didn't have that footage. And Pocket Watch took over the dowsing rods, and they were just going, spinning round and round and round and round. Nothing else was working, but these rods were just round and round and round in circles, wouldn't leave them alone. Didn't want to answer any questions, just wanted to play with the dowsing rods.
Yep. Now, I did have a spirit give me a hug. We went to the round barn. It's the largest round barn still standing in Indiana. And it's 100 feet in diameter. And I know the owners. I knew the man, the patriarch that just passed away in September. He was almost 95. And he gave me a hug with the dowsing rods twice. And it was pretty touching. I mean, I've been crying a lot in videos. Like, it gets real. I start crying. I got choked up. He asked if he was dead. I told him he was. He said, I'm sad. What should I do? And I tried to tell him what to do. And then I started crying. So thank God Christine took over. And yeah, and I knew his son was listening. His favorite son was listening in the back room. And I could just imagine what he was hearing and thinking. And then, have you watched the Huey Helicopter yet?
No.
Okay, so that same location has a helicopter.
Oh.
And it's a Huey helicopter, and it was used as a medical helicopter mostly. That's what it was originally designed for in Vietnam.
Wow.
And the REM pod went off immediately, and the flashlight a few times, and then nothing. And then I got the dowsing rods out, and they didn't want to talk about the war. A lot of soldiers, even soldiers that are alive today, don't want to talk about the war. So Tyrone started coming through, and Tyrone wanted a nurse. He kept saying nurse, and he thought I was a nurse. And I told him I wasn't, but I could get him a nurse. And he said, okay, that would make him feel better. And I was using the rods, and I said, Tyrone, what if I tell you the war is over, you've done your duty, and you no longer need a nurse? You're free to go. And I said, if you understand this, will you point the rods away from each other? And as the rods were pointing away from each other, I'm going to start crying. As the rods were pointing away from each other, we had Ghost Tube and Paranormal Science Toolkit on. One said, I'm going, and the other said, comfort. And I just lost it. I was like, he just didn't know the war was over. He thought he still needed a nurse.
Oh, wow. That's really interesting, isn't it? It's amazing, what information you get from spirits. That, I've always believed, I think somebody told me, might have been Werner, you don't, tell ghosts they're dead. If they don't know they're dead, you're not supposed to tell them, or... What's your thought on that?
We get that question a lot. Especially Ghost Tube will ask, am I dead? Well, yes. I think they need to know, because my thought on it is, if they don't know they're dead, they might be stuck here just kind of hanging out, not realizing they can move on.
Yes. And quite often, go on, sorry.
No, I'm just saying, in my opinion, I don't know what's right, but I always let them know, you probably are. So.
Yeah, yes. Because quite often when you get that question, am I dead? You also get invisible.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's sort of, the two sort of go together, because, you can't see them. They're like, I'm invisible, am I dead? Why am I invisible, sort of thing. Maybe that's what they're asking.
Right. Yeah. They just need permission. They say that when somebody is in the process of passing away, that they need your permission to let go, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to say to your loved one, it's okay for you to pass. Well, then why wouldn't that apply to spirits that don't know they're dead?
Absolutely. Yes. Well, you've got a very strong point there.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
So point. I really don't know. I don't know what I don't know what other people think. I'm definitely not, an expert, but we do let people know. Yeah,
that's fair enough. And I think I might start that as well. Yes. Yeah. As a matter of habit. Absolutely. Right. Kanga Blue has just joined us. Thank you for joining us. I think there was somebody else who's just joined us as well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you. Yes, so there you go. One of the funniest things also in your investigations is Dale's discombobulated voice. Dale is the cameraman. Cameraman. And every now and then you'll hear this discombobulated saying flashlight, and sometimes it just makes me jump. We call it a torch, but flashlight, yes.
Sometimes I call it a torch too. Yeah, so in the video I was just editing, his t-shirt I paid to have Damn It Dale on the back. And he didn't wear the t-shirt until recently because it's been chilly for all of our investigations. So I asked him, and it's in the blooper too. So I asked him to come out in front of the camera and actually show the Damn It Dale on the back of his shirt. So if anybody wants to get spooky merch, if you pay an extra $5, I will have Damn It Dale put on the back of your shirt.
No, so, yeah. Damn It Dale. Absolutely. I want one. Definitely.
We're going to be doing another order because we actually almost sold out of all of our shirts. So we're going to do another pre-order, because what happens is I have them done locally. And as long as you order, I don't know, I forget what it was, 48 of them or 72 of them, it doesn't matter if it's all a t-shirt or all a hoodie. It's like just 72 of anything. So It could be a t-shirt, a long sleeve shirt, a regular sweatshirt, or a hoodie. So we're going to do pre-orders again. And I'm going to ask if there's any tanks for women, because I think in the summer I want a tank top.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's going to be my new swear word now. Damn it, Dale.
Everybody's saying it now. It's the thing to say. And what was funny is Michelle, that owns all of her kids, she didn't know. She had never watched our video. She had no idea. And I forget what Dale said. And she looked at me, she goes, "Damn it, Dale." And I was like, wait a minute. You weren't in on that.
Let's have a damn it Dale in the chat. Everyone write damn it Dale. Let him know how much we think of him. Oh dear, that's funny. That's funny.
I know. He's upset because he's going on vacation. He's actually going to Savannah, Georgia. So I'm jealous because it's a very old city town, haunted, very haunted, and they are going to go on a paranormal tour. And so I'm just as jealous that he's doing that, but I'm going to go to a friend's daughter's house with her. And it's an old house up in Dayton, Ohio. And she definitely has an older woman spirit there. So I'm going to go do my own investigation with them. And he's upset that he's not going to be there.
Oh, no. So you can be jealous of each other.
Yeah. So I told him, I said, you need to take a flashlight and a cat ball with you.
Yes. Does Dale actually participate in the investigations, or does he just stick to the background?
He says he doesn't feel anything, but he does. And he's starting to feel more and more. So he's starting to kind of hone his abilities a little bit. But he'll always start with, "I'm not saying I feel anything, but I really feel like..." So yeah, it's pretty funny. Yeah.
Look,
so he does. He interjects every once in a while. And
is Dale watching?
He's probably not watching. He's such a loser.
Damn it, Dale.
Damn it, Dale.
Oh,
So what do you have coming up? What kind of investigations?
Okay, so on Tuesday, I don't have a premiere happening on Sunday, or was supposed to be today, actually, because I've got Steph with me. On Sunday, I will be at the Paranormal Side live stream. Hopefully Joe gets his thing up and I can share that on my community tab. So there'll be I do have a premiere coming up on Monday or Tuesday, I think, which we went to local Lunatic Asylum Morgue.
Ooh.
Yes.
How was that?
You would have seen the promo come out last week, I think.
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah. I saw that.
Daytime reconnaissance, yes. So that's where we're doing our investigation, in that little building there. A lot of the morgue is still there. A lot of it has also been demolished. And I wanted to do like a history thing, but it's really hard because most of the buildings have been repurposed for student accommodation. And we're lucky to be able to get into some of those places in the first place. But maybe the community centre that was part of the asylum, I might do the history of the asylum.
I loved how you did your creative promo for the morgue.
Oh,
I really liked how you did that. Yeah, that was
thank
cool.
you. Yes, that was a stroke of genius. Every now and then I have them. Or was it a stroke? It's really hard. That. It's really, really difficult when you're doing investigations to be creative like that.
Yeah.
Because you're relying a lot on sounds and noises and questions.
Well, you actively have to do the B-roll, set up the shots, think about the creative side of it while you're doing it. And sometimes, like for me, Dale's done really well of figuring out what kind of B-roll and stuff to do, but I've kind of stopped taking still shots. And a lot of my still shots in the beginning of when we started investigating, I would catch things in them. And now I'm so busy. It seems like we always have guests. They want to stay. And so I'm so busy entertaining the guests and explaining things to them that I don't get to take still shots or B-roll or whatever.
Yes.
So you have to actively figure it out and plan for it. It doesn't just happen.
No.
So yeah, you're right. I agree.
Sure. That's for sure. And a lot of our investigations, I mean, Adelaide has been locked into one particular paranormal investigator who literally owns all the major places in Adelaide, and you can't go there unless you pay an exorbitant fee. And even then, it's got to be their equipment and no videoing and all that sort of thing. So it's a little bit difficult to go to the main hotspot.
Right.
So I mean, we just go around to the houses and the farmhouses and so forth, and get stuff out just in case we come across a place that's particularly haunted, if we're lucky enough.
Well, I do feel like you get lucky with. I'm not, and Stephen from Three Souls knows this. I'm not into the well-known places around here because to your point, it costs a lot, and we're non for profit, so it comes out of our pocket. And B, I don't really. Our channel is it tends to be more of a local channel, so it's the locals that watch the videos more. So if I pay to do Randolph County Asylum, it doesn't perform as well as if I do a local hotspot for free. So, but I love the fact that we don't really have the opportunity to just find abandoned buildings like you do. You find the most amazing abandoned locations that we just don't have here in Indiana.
Yes, we're very, very lucky, and most of that's because of the decline in copper mining, a boom and decline in copper mining, and a boom and decline in the railway system. We had a huge, extensive railway system to support the transport of the copper. Of course, when roads and cars and trucks and all that became better equipped and the copper mining shut down, of course, all the towns went from 2,000 population to 200, for example, like Tarawi. That was huge overnight. So a lot of people left.
Wow.
And the drought. Yes, we get a lot of drought. The Europeans didn't know that we were the driest state and the driest continent in the world, and they'd start their farming and do wheat and stuff, and all of a sudden they go for years and years and years without proper rainfall, and of course sometimes they just have to leave their farm.
Yeah, that's sad.
And leave everything behind. It is very, very sad. So it's not always easy to get the history of places.
I'm in southeast Indiana, so I'm in West Harrison, Indiana, Kanga. And I'm literally on the border with Ohio and Kentucky. So we have, what you're saying, we have what used to be the canal. We have what used to be, we have the river, Ohio River, and then we had also the railroad. So, originally it was a river, and then it was the canal, and then it was the railroad, and now it's back to the river. So we have a lot of historic places, and I love the way you tell your history when you get it. I've fallen in love with the history of places when we can get that, and that has really pushed me to try to work more with the historical societies on places so that I can get my hands on that history. Because as you know, if you have the history, you can tell a great story, but then if the spirits actually confirm and validate it, then it's even better.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So that's been a lot of fun for us. And we do spend most of our time in Indiana, a little bit in Ohio, but we've had a couple historical societies that have been like, we're not talking to you. We are not going to partner with you. And we don't want anything to do with you because you're crazy. So.
And the ghosts confirm that.
Yeah, well, Fritz's dad and mom were in a circus, for God's sake. He had a pet monkey. So who's crazy, me or him?
Exactly, yes. I'd go with the monkey.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yes. But so so are you actually in Adelaide then?
Yes. In Adelaide's about 17 k's away from me. You've got the Adelaide city centre, which is like a square kilometre or however big it is, surrounded by north, south, east and west terraces. And out from there, north and south, you've got all the suburbs of Adelaide.
Because the only investigator I've really seen do the big places would be Amy's Crypt.
Yes, Amy's Crypt. Yeah. She's amazing.
Mm-hmm. She's
Amazing.
she was just in the US for a while.
Yeah, she was. I think she did a couple of lives or some premieres from the US too.
And she was so close to us. So close to us. And so I got on her premieres and I was like, dude, you are an hour from me. Are you serious? You know? Because I've even though she's a bigger channel, I've watched her from claiming she had, like Dale, no feelings, didn't feel anything, didn't have any, whatever, to actually learning how to work with the spirits and getting activity. And so it's been fun. I love how those of us that the channels that, I mean, we're smaller, but we've watched each other grow. And I love to see where we've come from.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's so true. I caught Amy on one of her lives.
Yeah.
Not lives, premieres. And because she only lives a couple of suburbs away from me.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I've never met her, and I said, Amy, I've got so many friends who would just like YouTube friends who would just love it. So love to have the chance to chat to you or see you in a live stream. I said, would you be open or willing to do a live stream on my channel? But she never answered me.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen her do a live stream.
I know, I haven't either.
Yeah. So
and she honestly only, as far as I know, she hasn't aired all of her US videos yet, but as far as I know, she only collaborated with Paranormal Quest, I think, while she was here. And they didn't really even collaborate. Like, they were there together, but they did their own thing. They weren't in each other's videos. And I don't know about them. I think they've been debunked anyway. So I was kind of like, pick a different channel. But Three Souls, I know Three Souls, Stephen does, they work with the historical societies as well, which is awesome. And that kind of was a little bit of a drive for me as well, because it's nice to preserve the history. I love history. I hated history in school when I had to do it.
Yeah, so maybe Stephanie, you can help answer this, as well as Three Souls. How do you get the foot in the door of your historical societies? I don't think we have many historical societies as such in Adelaide, but you never know. A little research on that.
Yeah, so it's basically a lot of door knocking, and it's hard because you're going to either get, oh my God, we're all into you, or you're going to get, we don't even want to talk to you. And they, lie through their teeth to you. Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll take it in front of the board. So Three Souls says, just ask them. We asked. And so you just keep asking until you get a yes.
Oh, okay. Cool.
For every yes, you get 5 no's.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What I love is it's usually the men. I don't know what it is about men, but it's usually the men that balk. It's funny because usually the women are like, yeah, you can investigate. And then the man's like, oh, we don't want to stir things up. Okay, let me tell you, we're not stirring anything up. It's a haunted or it's haunted. It's haunted whether I'm there or not.
Absolutely.
So, you know what I mean? We don't stir anything up.
Mm-hmm. That's what I think. That's what people are scared of, for sure. Stirring things up. Yeah.
And I will get people that'll send me like, security cam footage.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of this? Do you think this is an orb? Well, I don't know. And so I'll send a note back and say, well, I don't know, could be, but if I, let me come check it out. Oh, I don't really want to know. Well, then why did you ask me?
Exactly. If you don't want to know, don't ask.
Yeah. That's not professional paranormal research. Yeah. I need somebody to do that for me.
I think everyone needs a public relations officer.
I do too. Yeah. Heather, you and I are the public relations, the marketing director, the producer, the scheduler, the editor,
Everything, the editor, the filmer, the voiceover, the voiceover guy,
the talent.
the talent, absolutely. We're everything. Oh dear, that's hilarious. We've got like 10 minutes left. I don't know how long you want to be here for. We've got 10 minutes left, and I normally try to stick to the hour. Did you want to do an oracle reading for people if they're interested?
I can.
One card each?
Yeah, I sure can. Hold on, let me grab my cards.
If you would like an oracle reading, just type your name in the chat, and we will first in best dress. We'll do a quick 1-card oracle reading for those who put their name in the chat. I'll highlight it, and we'll go in. Oh, I've just dropped the cards everywhere. I've developed a relationship with my cards. Does that sound weird?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'll use the same. I'll use my cards as well.
Yeah. Sandra's up first in a minute. Nicole, okay. And we'll wait a few moments for everyone to put their names down. And yes, it's been great chatting to you, Stephanie. I'm always loving catching up with what you're doing and stuff. And you know, when I grow up, I want to be just like you.
That's awesome. I haven't grown up yet, so what does that say? You want me to do Sandra?
So for those who don't know what oracle readings are, as opposed to tarot or any other kind of reading, Steph, do you want to just talk about that a little bit more? Maybe what oracle readings actually are?
Yeah, so oracle cards, tarot cards are a little more strict. I actually only have one set of tarot cards, and they're the Akashic Record tarot cards. I don't read them as tarot cards. Tarot cards have like different themes or whatever, and they tell you how to read them, and you're supposed to read them that way. I don't like that. So oracle cards are more, they're just about what you intuitively get out of them. So oracle means seer. And so it's just about, giving you a glimpse of something. So it's really more about just reading the card intuitively. Again, if I read tarot cards, I just read them intuitively. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Well, looks like we've just got Sandra and Nicole looking for a reading.
Well, I have a card for Sandra.
Yeah, I don't have a card yet. I kind of let them shuffle until one falls out.
Yeah, I have one fall out for Sandra. Sandra, I have the blood moon. Conclusions are near. So this is really interesting, Sandra, because our last full moon a few weeks ago was in Scorpio, and it was a blood moon because it was a lunar eclipse. And during the full moon, this is a lot what you would learn if you take our class. Hey, Joe, if you take our class, you learn about what to do during the new moon, full moon, waning moon, waxing moon. During the full moon, you let things go. You surrender things that no longer serve you, and you also give gratitude and thanks. A blood moon is a lunar eclipse. That just means that it amplifies the things that you need to let go even more. So a blood moon, conclusions are near. Sandra, that means that really things that you've been working on should be coming to a close. But you might need to let go of some blockages before that can happen. So that's the message I'm getting for you. I hope that resonated.
Okay, my card is find harmony, make bonds. I don't interpret, I just read. You can interpret that for yourself. And that's the first time I've gotten that card too.
Was that for Sandra or Nicole?
That was for Sandra.
Yeah. What was it again? It was make bonds, find harmony and make bonds.
Make bonds, yes.
Yeah. So that was a sunset picture, and it's about the two trees in there. So, the sun setting, finding harmony and making bonds. So Sandra, it's really about finding your tribe. finding those right now, it's really important for those of us that are especially in the paranormal to find people that have like minds as we do.
Yeah.
So Nicole wants a reading, right?
Nicole also would like a reading. Yeah. If anybody else wants a reading, just put your name in the chat. Hey, Joe. There we go.
Okay. Nicole, I got reflection of life progressed to tomorrow. So Nicole, this is another sunset and it's taken through my crystal ball. So it's telling you the reflection of life to progress to tomorrow. So again, it's kind of like another full moon message. Reflect on your past, let it go, and then progress to tomorrow. So if there's anything from your past or your past lives, if you believe in past lives, you want to let that go. Acknowledge it and then let it go so you can move forward.
And my card is, see things differently.
Okay, so in that case, Nicole, that is a Halloween pennant dragonfly. Yes, they have a Halloween dragonfly, which I thought was absolutely amazing. Seeing things differently. When I was diagnosed with cancer, I had to see things differently. And to me, the dragonfly was my spirit animal because a dragonfly only lives as an adult for around 30 days. So a dragonfly lives their entire life in 30 days. And that's why they very seldom sit still. They can even catch their prey and eat it while they're flying. So Spirit is wanting you to see things a little bit differently, thinking about things differently, go beyond the cover, peel back the layers and see things differently than what appears on the surface.
Wow. That's amazing. Hello, Nora, the Stock Explorer. Thank you for joining us in the background listening. I appreciate that. And I am Betty J. Gathers has been doing a phenomenal job sharing everybody's links today. Thank you very much. I am Betty. Betty. Amazing support person.
Absolutely.
All right, well, there we go.
I love it.
Yeah. Now that brings us to the end of our hour.
I'm going to do a reading for you, Heather.
Okay, sure. That would be lovely. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Okay. I'm going to do more than one card. I'm being told.
If anybody has any questions for Stephanie in the meantime, please put them up now.
So the first card that jumped out was Waning Gibbous Moon, tweak, hone, and adjust. Waning Gibbous Moon, tweak, hone, and adjust.
Yeah.
So it's just basically telling you that if there's things that are not coming to fruition for you, don't be afraid to tweak them, hone them, and adjust them. So just really, focus in on maybe you need to change the vision. So if something's not happening the way you want it to, maybe the vision isn't what it was supposed to be. Don't let go. Don't completely walk away from it, but just tweak it.
Right. Yeah.
And then this next one is friendship and devotion. And so this is a hosta bud, and it's friendship and devotion. And so it's about, I feel like, look at all the friends you have on here that are devoted to you. You were just talking about Betty. She's a very devoted, loyal moderator. So you have a lot of really good friends that are devoted to you and your success and your happiness. So that's a really good card. And then a lot of times I'll just look to see what's on the bottom of the deck that we don't see coming. And you got the same card that Sandra did. Blood Moon, conclusions are near.
Wow, fantastic.
So, if there's something you've been working on, we just had the blood moon in Scorpio. Scorpio, I'm a Scorpio. So its conclusions are near. Something that you've been working on is going to come to fruition.
Actually, there is something I've been working on, and I'm quite happy to share that with people. I have haven't actually started it yet, but I have a new job, but there's a whole heap of compliance stuff that I need to do before I can start. And there's a page of them, like working with people with disabilities, police checks, NDIS checks, all that sort of things that gets me job ready. And all I've got to do now is the first aid course and other bits and pieces, and I can actually start performing my duties. And that's coming up on the 6th and the 10th of June. I'll be all finished, and the police check should be done and all that sort of thing. So it's been a couple of weeks coming. Yeah, I'm really excited.
And there you go. It's near. Awesome. Yes.
Yeah, I took 3 months off just to have a break, just have a holiday.
Yeah.
And then I thought I better start looking for work again. After I took my long service leave, I'm like running out of money.
It's overrated. Yeah, I've been trying to retire since 2014 because of cancer, and I just keep getting sucked back in. So I just quit corporate America, another consulting job. And so I'm hoping, I told all my friends, do not let me do it. Do not let me do that. Mm-hmm. D, I would love to. I have never been to anywhere. I mean, like, I live a very U.S. sheltered life. So I would absolutely love it to be able to come and see you guys. And I would totally come and write to Heather and be like, take me around.
Absolutely. Take you to all the vineyards and the wineries. And
hell yeah.
Drink wine and investigate. How does that sound?
Oh, that would be awesome. We can get some really good responses then.
Oh, shit, yes. Yes. Little tours. That's amazing. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, dear Betty, Springy, I can't work. You won't see me as much. Well, unfortunately, if I don't work, I lose, my home and my bed and my, food. I don't eat. I'll be in a bit of problem. Can't pay my internet bill.
That would be a problem.
Yes,
we wouldn't have lives if you don't have the internet.
No, nobody would see me. I'd be in the dark.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, this was fun. This flew.
I know, the time just flies. You just don't want to give up, but I've got my set time, and that would be showing the works, wineries. Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. For sure. If anybody wants to come to Indiana, I'm always ready to give a tour.
Yes, we go to Indiana every year, every 2 years, Werner and I, until that horrible thing hit. We stay with a friend in Indianapolis.
Really?
Yes. And
oh my gosh.
Every year we've gone to the Waverly Hills Sanitarium.
Okay, so
up on his channel.
So do you have plans to come back when it's safe?
Yes, we are coming back. We are going back next year. Around about, we always come at the end of June. And
seriously?
I even asked Moira, I said, Moira, I want a reading. I want to know, are we going to go to US next year? And the card said short term, yes. Short answer was yes. She said the longer answer is there are going to be missed opportunities. And I'm like, no, there aren't. I don't know what that means. Maybe
that better not mean that you aren't going to get to meet me while you're here.
I hope not. So I'll have to talk to Moira's cards.
I'm only an hour and a half from Indy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
so
absolutely,
cool. Be very, very exciting. So let's hope it all pulls itself off.
That would be awesome. I can't believe you've been to Indiana. That's crazy.
I know. I went to the Indiana State Fair. I only got to see half of it.
Wow, that's awesome. I've shown horses in the Indiana State Fair.
Yeah. Oh, we've probably passed each other half a dozen times and not even known
it. Probably did.
Yes. My friend actually lives just outside of Indiana. I think it's technically classed as a country town, but it's still close to the city centre. I don't know how your cities over there work.
Is like it? Do you know what the town is? Or is it north, south, east, or west?
I can probably find the town because my photos would show me. Would let me know what town. If I go to maps, places, and I go over to the United States of America, and there we go, other side. Where are we? Las Vegas, Los Angeles. Where's Salt Lake City?
Go east.
East. Salt Lake City. Well, there's San Francisco. That's
still in California. You're still on the West Coast.
Oh, east. Sorry, that east.
That east. The other east.
The other east. Oh, there's Toronto. Charlotte.
Go down from Toronto. Go south from Toronto.
Yeah. South from Toronto. Well,
I know, Dee. My dad is so worried about getting monkeypox, for God's sake.
Washington. Hang on, I can't. Cincinnati, am I close?
You're close. If you're in Cincinnati, that's real close to me. Go west.
Yes, I found Louisville, but you don't pronounce it Louisville, do you?
Louisville.
You sound like you've got marbles in. Yeah, Louisville. Louisville. Bloody hell. Oh, look, I've got photos everywhere. Southport, or that's the airplane. That's a terminus. Is that Southport? Yep. That's Greenwood. Where else are we? There's 3 photos. Oh, a Walmart in Beach Grove. I had to get my photo taken in front of a Walmart.
Nowadays, everybody's getting shot at Walmart, so you don't want to go there.
I think I'll stay away. Cumberland. You'd think most of my photos would be where I stayed, but they're not because they're in Indianapolis itself. I've got photos everywhere. I'll never find it.
Betty, where are you in America?
Fishes, no.
And Nicole, were you okay in the storms that happened last Friday, a week ago? I know Frank from Watchers Paranormal is still without electric, and he's in King City, Ontario.
Oh, hello, Ghostly Whispers.
Hello.
Welcome. Yeah, I've given up.
Florida. Oh, that's right. You did say Florida.
Florida, yes.
That's where Betty is. Yeah. Got it. We'll figure it out. You ask and let me know where it is, and then
2 places we go to often. There's Florida, Indiana, New York, San Francisco, or California, Long Beach. I wonder if it's Long Beach they're talking about, because I heard the Queen Mary is opening up at the end of the year. And I really want to go to the Queen Mary, and I wonder if that's one of the things that I'm going to miss out as an opportunity to go, because we went once, but I want to go to the Haunted Room.
Nicole, I thought I heard that like there was some weather that hit Quebec, though. So I guess I misunderstood.
Oh.
So, anywho. All right. Well, that would be amazing. So I hope you do get to come.
Yeah, it'll be fantastic. Only 2 cases in Australia of
the
that
monkeypox
disease, monkeypox. Oh God, that's just
know.
what we need. Close the borders. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, my lovelies, thank you very much for joining me. Thank you, Stephanie, for joining me on my live stream. It was a pleasure to have you again. Get Spooky Society is on the front page of my YouTube channel, so you can go there to click to check out Get Spooky Society. The link has been dropped every 5 minutes on the live stream, so that's another opportunity to grab some merch.
Yep. And next Saturday night, my time at 9:30 and 11 a.m. Sunday, Australian time. Heather's going to be on my channel live, so we'll do this all again.
Yay. That'll be amazing. Hoping to see you all over there next week. So there might, I'll probably move the next premiere again to the following Monday or whenever, or Sunday. I don't know if I've got anything Sunday after. Oh no, that is Sunday. Yeah, no, I'll stick to the regular premiere next week. That's fine. Okay, thank you, everyone.
Night. Stay spooky.
Yes. Oh, hang on, I've got to do that in unison. How do you and Dale do that?
I don't know.
We look at each other or something like that. It's time
to stay spooky.